You're watching No Pictures About a podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott. Yeah, not really sure what happened there, but we're working on it. Well, we are sure what happened there. Yeah, cyber attack on YouTube. Yeah, and also regular attack on the infrastructure around where I'm staying to knock the So they're dead. Yeah, they're already dead because obviously, they're gone already. Shot dead by snipers. Yeah. I just put the kettle on. I might have a cuppa. How are you, Bilbo? He's on. Oh, fuck. He's like, I know this is going to sound a little bit gay, but I'm buoyed by my faith in Lord Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what it's like. That's exactly what it's like. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Don't worry. We'll watch football. So after this, Patriots versus Ravens, I promise. Yeah, but we'll get through this. Yeah, where were we? Oh, hello. I didn't see that. Yeah, I've used that gag already. But, you know, some two-bit comedian once said, you can reuse your material. Don't know who that was. Probably someone really gay. No, I know who it was. It was Bill. It was Bill Burr. Do you know that was a thing? They're like, oh, when you drink your coffee, they're training people. Sam White, the fucking dead, very dead white supremacist loser from Victor Harbour would go on purpose, like to exert on anyone who was near. Yeah, he'd do it even when he was sitting there on his own, just in case someone could hear him. Yeah, the Nazi cough perfected. Yeah, no, he was a fucking cocksmoker. Anyway, let's talk about where he could have potentially gone just for doing that, just for going like this. You can end up in Camp Delta. You can go here. Oh, no, this is legislation, but you should go here and read this. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. Reauthorized Patriot Act powers. So, yeah, restored expiring Patriot Act authorities, including roving wiretaps and lone wolf provisions, monitoring foreign terrorists without US ties. Yeah, so that's what I was saying before I was knocked off the air. Yeah, that means that Pete Hegseth, if you commit an act of terror, it broadens the definition of terror. If you commit, but he can now operate legally anywhere in the world, according to his own US jurisdiction. He can operate legally anywhere in the world. So Iceland, fuck you. So if someone in Iceland does this, with the intent of pissing anyone off, anyone, not just me, not just Pete, Secretary Hegseth, please. Not just Secretary Hegseth, who's back in the Patriots. Oh, Pete, fuck. Secretary Hegseth, oh, fuck. The whole drone strike you can play. Do you know the purpose? I know I said it. Yeah. Cooper Cronk looking good for selection. You looked it up, you Googled it, Cooper Cronk. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, if you commit an act of terror anywhere in the world, Secretary Hegseth can perfectly legally kill you with a drone strike. Not murder you, kill you with a drone strike. He can also just turn up and grab you and ship you to Camp Delta, which is where anything goes in Camp Delta because you're not on US soil there. That's why it's a black site. So you don't have none of the laws that regulate like how prisoners should be treated in the United States apply to you. You're a detainee. You're not a prisoner. Yeah. You don't need to be charged. We just take you to ship you there. Just leave you there for as long as we feel like it. We can execute you. Perfectly, legally. Yeah. It's under the law by President Obama on 2nd of June 2015 after intense debate. So basically, we did that. We forced him to. Yeah. The good guys forced him to do it. Because we could see where the Obama administration was taking things. Because he was so murder happy. Yeah. And it's like we're getting all these intelligence from the disappearances are going through the roof. The Me Too was starting to ramp up. And it's like, oh, we can see where this is going. Yeah. Yeah. Cartel activity was increasing, not decreasing. And he was doing nothing to stop it. And all the other dog shit that was happening as well. Yeah. And so, yeah, they forced him to reauthorize the Patriot Act powers for exactly this reason. Yeah. For exactly this reason. Because it's like, well, we can see that, like, because, obviously, we can see where this is going. Because if you, watching all the propaganda, watching Breaking Bad, watching Game of Thrones, knowing full well that, like, the real intelligence services, knowing how cooked the NSA was, knowing how cooked the CIA was, knowing how corrupt Obama was, and the Queen of England was. Sorry, he does. Yeah. Yeah. And knowing what the influence was, which was the SS, operational in the United States of America, and the Gestapo. It was like, well, if these trends continue, in about 5 years' time, 5 to 7 years' time, there's going to be a war, which is this war. And the one that we're fighting right now. It's like, because we just like, So we need a provision in there that says we can take the gloves off right now. And we need to. Yeah. So, walking near me, dressing up like Patrice O'Neill and walking near Dave Chappelle or fucking that other guy. Can't remember his name. He's really gay though. Really gay. Bill Burr, that's right. Yeah, Bill Burr. Really gay. Dressing up like Patrice O'Neill and walking near him. Dressing up like Daz. Dressing up like Cooksuck. You don't even need to interview. Yeah, you go home. Yeah, it's up to you. Like, I mean, because Camp Delta, if you end up in Camp Delta, I'm not going to say in the video what they're legally entitled to do to you there. Let's just say they can interrogate you. Yeah, they can interrogate you easily, like for as long as they want. They can keep you awake for days at a time. Yeah. That guy there, he's gone. Representative Jin Sensenbrenner, card carrying Schutzstaffel, card carrying SS, yeah, white supremacist SS, yeah. That's the good guys. Subcommittee on Crime, Terrorism, Homeland Security and Investigations. Basically, Mossad told this guy, Mossad approached him and said, hey, fuck Steve, we must add, we know you're the SS. If you don't introduce this bill, we'll kill you. And we don't feel we're allowed to do that. We are legally allowed to do that. Yeah. And so that's why he did it. And we killed him. But, I mean, down the line. He lived for a bit longer. He didn't go to Delta, so that's kind of a mercy. Yeah. That's them fucking around. Yeah. When they referred it to the Senate Committee on the Judiciary, that's the SS pushing, that's the Gestapo pushing back. It's like, well, we might have to review it for 17 to 20 years. Yeah, that's how they work. They lock you into like dog shit, like bureaucracy. It's like, well, you need to fill out this form and then you go to speak to this company. That's what they're doing here in New South Wales. When I was trying to get my license renewed, yeah, it's like, oh, you have to go to this office, and the other guy goes, oh, you have to go to this office, and the other guy goes, oh, you have to go to this office. By the way, Service New South Wales, all of them, everyone who worked at Service New South Wales is now gone. They gone. No pictures of a bird where they went. Just a very angry Elvis hiding. So that's them fucking around. And then we kind of like, we amended it and pushed it through. Yeah. With the extension, yeah. With the extension of the Patriot Act. That's what empowered the FBI, by the way. That's what makes the FBI so powerful. You need to be afraid of the FBI. That's why Chris Cappy's FBI. Because it means he can like operate under the Patriot Act. That's why I'm technically the FBI. Yeah. That's how I can operate in Australia. Like I can work for the FBI in Australia because the FBI, because of the Patriot Act and the Lone Wolf Amendment, means I can like collect intelligence. Like they can collect intelligence from anywhere in the world. They're entitled to that. In the United States of America, they're allowed to do it. And the King of England. And then the AFP also empowered me to do it. Yeah. So that's how I could do it and not get arrested by local cops or the Prime Minister. And none of the dog shit. Like the state government couldn't fuck with me. The federal government couldn't fuck with me. Local law enforcement couldn't fuck with me. Because I was protected by the Governor General, the AFP working for the Governor General, basically. It's like the top. Yeah, the king of England. And President Trump was across it as well. Yeah, that's right. Or sort of. He sort of was. Yeah. No, yeah, the later stages, yeah. The part where I was like running around the streets of Sydney and that he was across that part. Yeah, where I broke cover. Yeah. He got briefed in. Yeah. Yeah. So this is us trying to their NSA amendment. So Justin Amash led such revolt last year when he offered NSA amendment. Justin Amash is a bad guy. Because we were trying to push through legislation that says like the NSA can't do that blanket surveillance anymore because they basically are the Gestapo. Yeah, the SS operational in the United States of America to surveil its own civilians, yeah, and target them and harass them, yeah, and murder them, yeah. This is why Tara Bennet stepped in. Proposed reauthorization on August 14th, 2019. The outgoing Director of National Intelligence sent a letter to Congress stating the Trump administration's intention to seek permanent extension of the power provisions of FISA that under the terms of the USA Freedom Act are scheduled to expire on 31st, namely Lone Wolf Authority. Something. Yeah, okay, that. Yeah. Congress stating the Trump administration's intention to seek permanent extension of the provisions of Pfizer that under the terms of the USA Freedom Act are scheduled to expire on December 15th, 2019, namely the Lone Wolf Authority, allowing surveillance of a suspected terrorist who is inspired by foreign ideology, i.e. Nazism, but is not acting at the direction of a foreign party. The roving wiretap authority regarding surveillance of a terrorist who enters the United States, and the authority to allow the FBI to obtain certain business records in a national security investigation, as well as the call detail records program undertaken by the NSA. In reference to the latter authority, the letter announced that the national NSA has suspended the call detail records program that uses this authority and deleted the call details record required under this authority. Man, what a fucking mouthful. Yeah. See how dry and grinding it is? And that's why, like a healthy, just getting on these things. No, here it is in real talk. This is why this weapon is so important. This is why the propaganda is so important. No Pictures of the Bird is extremely important. A podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott. Mr. Tapscott is extremely important. Pretty good. The most important one. The best one. Matt Damon changes the world with a single letter to Meredith. Yeah. Yeah. Because of this dog shit, because that's how Nazis think. They're like, we'll sneak like a single line into legislation that says we're allowed to ship couriers to death camps if they don't have the kids. But it's in like a fucking 150,000 word report. It's just in there. It just sneaks in. Yeah. Because most normal people just check out, I don't know what the fuck that actually means. But basically, yeah, Trump was on his way out. And he was trying to like fuck Obama's going to sink this whole planet if he stays in power. Biden wins the next election, and that's why the director of national intelligence working for Trump was like, yeah, we need this extended. We have to have it extended. Yeah. So we can target fucking if we suspect you're a terrorist. Yeah, but there's that definition there. Authority allowing surveillance of a suspected terrorist. Suspected. Who is inspired by foreign ideology. If we suspect you're a terrorist. If I suspect that you are at the movies to piss me off. If I suspect that you're at the supermarket to give information to the bad guys. Under this legislation, we're authorized to ship you to fucking Camp Delta, you fucking spastics. If you live that long. If you piss me off at work, Dibden, you could have gone to Camp Delta just for slow walking a single project. All right, he's on the truck. Yeah, they're both in custody. They're both on the truck. They're both shitting their pants. Have they been tuned up? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Good. Don't worry about your family, Dale. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah, this is where they started trying to slow walk it. And then Joe Biden. Yeah. Which led some members of Congress to insist on reforms to Pfizer as a condition of reauthorizing. Yeah, they tried. They tried to stop it, but it got through. The Senate version did not include protection of Americans' internet browsing and search histories from warrantless surveillance, which was, yeah. Ron Wyden, again, SS, card-carrying SS, operational in the United States of America, and he is gone. Steve Daines, card-carrying SS, operational in the United States of America, and he is gone. Yeah. It's those words. It's those words that need to make the bad guys very, very afraid. If you're still watching this and they're okay, I've been told they are. Yeah. Suspected terrorist. If I suspect you're a terrorist. And not just me, the military. Like all the militaries that I've listed. All of those militaries. All of them. If we suspect you're a terrorist. Because the stakes have never been higher. If you're there to like, yeah. If we see you driving in a way, if we suspect that you're driving to plow your car into a primary school or whatever, you don't have to actually need to do it. We just suspect that you're doing it. We can run you off the road and shoot you dead. Yeah, that's it. Just under suspicion. Yeah. Yeah. Just talking about it. Yeah. Well, that thing that I was saying, that's what got those Coles workers popped, because I was talking about it, just for talking about it. Like, we should organise like a thing. Should get a group chat together. Operation Piss Off Nick Tapscott by stopping him from getting groceries. Like, all right, cool, thanks. That's all we needed. Hello, bang. Like, yeah. It was one singular phone call, resulted in 4 perfectly legal combat kills. Yeah, enemy combatants killed in combat. Yeah. It's not our problem if you're unarmed, by the way. That's your problem. You shouldn't have turned up to combat without a weapon. You're in a war and you turned up without a weapon. Yeah. Yeah. If you're parachuting into in D-Day, if you lost your rifle when you were jumping out of the plane, which is what happened to Kitty Callaghan, and then you land on the ground, you're a parachute, you're in full uniform, you're in combat fatigues, and you're in a parachute, but you don't have a gun, and you land. Do you think they're going to go, does he have a gun? I don't know, I can't tell. I better not shoot him. No. No, they're going to shoot you. Those kids, the kids are the pushies. It's like, all right, that looks like them. He's got a bag. There could be a knife in it. That's enough. Yeah, that's it. I suspect he's a terrorist. Yeah, that's it. 12 times in hell, the bells ring 12 times in this town as well. Wake up, yeah, baby. Camp Delta, brought to you by Realizing Things. Yeah. There's probably, let's look at some more legislation. Let's do it. Sorry. That's Nazis, by the way. Israel has not ratified the agreement. Yeah, the reason I googled that is to, signed and ratified, acceded. Yeah. Treaty deadlines. The treaty set up several steps with deadlines towards complete destruction of chemical weapons, with a procedure for requesting deadline extensions. No country reached total elimination of the original treaty date, although several finished under allowed extensions. Okay, so what that basically says is like, we've got chemical weapons. We've still got chemical weapons stockpiles. We're perfectly legally authorized to use them in war. Technically, napalm's a chemical weapon. We can still use that. CX gas, yeah. Let's just Google that. Let's just go straight up. The CWC does, however, contain an explicit exception allowing member states to use less lethal riot control agents like tear gas for domestic law enforcement purposes. The primary reasoning for the wartime ban is the risk of escalation, where the use of a seemingly less lethal agent could be mistaken for a more deadly one, leading to retaliation with much more devastating chemical weapons. So CS gas is legal. We can use that. Although described as a non-lethal weapon for crowd control, studies have raised doubts about this classification. CS can cause severe lung damage and can also significantly damage the heart and liver. To investigate the use of CS by the FBI at the Branch Davidian's Mount Carmel compound. He said no human deaths have been reported, but concluded that the lethality of CS would have been determined mainly by two factors: whether gas masks were used and whether the occupants were trapped in a room. Whoops. Okay. So China can use it. China can use CS gas. Yeah. And if they're enemies, if China has enemies in Australia, they're not bound by any international treaty that says they can't use CS gas in Australia. Or any other chemical weapon. Yeah, CX gas. Yeah, any of them. Any nerve agents, they can do it. Yeah. So if they've got people, like if their citizens are being murdered en masse in Australia by Australian terrorists, and the King of England is fully aware of this, and the King of England is actually pretty good friends with President Xi and cares deeply about the Chinese people. gassing, that was popular with a certain certain subculture, the SS or something. Yeah. So this is a nice little poetry. It rhymes. Yeah. In combat, especially, is why not? I mean, what's the difference between a bullet to the back of the head and just passing out? If you're in like a pictures of a bird, like say for example, if you're in like a pictures of a bird, fucking cafe that's all kind of closed off, and someone just like puts a bottle in there, walks in with a bottle, puts a bottle under the table, walks out, closes the door behind them, locks the door with a bike lock, a D-bolt for a push bike, and just locks the door, and then goes like, boop, and the gas canister just goes, because that cafe is a pictures of a bird cafe and it's full of terrorists. Suspected, even if we just suspect that they're terrorists, that's perfectly legal because they're enemy combatants. So China can do that. Or if you say, a major corporation like a telco who fucked up that badly, then they'll wholesale, like how many murders are connected to Telstra? Kitty Callaghan? Over a million murders connected to Telstra Corporation, a fucking phone company. Yep. Don't forget, they murdered penguins. Well, the million murders, I can overlook that, but murdering penguins, no. So what, military? Look, Your Majesty King Charles III says presidency. I'm just guessing how the conversation went. Citizens of your territory, you've got terrorists, you've got Nazis who are targeting Chinese citizens. Yeah. So basically, a major corporation, Telstra, and again, it only takes one employee of Telstra for the entire organization to be designated a fucking part of the conspiracy. Has been murdering people. So they've murdered about, the terrorists, they're actually operational Nazi, Stasi / Gestapo secret police operational in your territory, which is Australia. You're the head of state of that territory. And they're also SS, Nazi SS. It's alleged that they've committed 1 million murders. And of that 1 million, approximately 500,000 of them were Chinese citizens. We humbly request, and we don't want to step on your toes, Your Majesty. We humbly request permission to send our police forces and military into your territory and take care of this problem. Is that cool? And he's like, yeah, by all means. I'm so sorry. I can't believe this has happened. I'm so sorry. Yeah, please, you have my full support. Anything you need me to do, any help you need from me personally. Do you need me to send Mr. Tapscott out there? Yes, please. Thank you. All right, cool. Done. Whatever you need to do. So if you're working in like an office block, and China is not eligible to become party to this convention on the use of chemical weapons in warfare, because this is war. You're working in an enclosed office, high-rise office, so like closed office stuff, but it's got like fucking air conditioning ducts and things like that. Legally, it's legal. It's legal. It's perfectly legal. Happens all the time accidentally. Like, gas leak. They just fell asleep. Carbon monoxide leak. That's the joke. Yeah. Sorry, Vicky. That was one hell of a board meeting. Yeah, I mean, look, I've been in boring meetings at Telstra too, the ones that make you just want to fall asleep. Like, your head's like lands on the keyboard. We all fall asleep in meetings. Yeah, we all do. Not all of us, however, have dreams about places. Places, yeah. Thank you, Tara Bennet. Where there are no birds, there are no pictures, and there are no pictures of birds. You're watching No Pictures of the Murder podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott. Good episode, right? Yeah. I think, Bill, we've got a date, don't we? He's like, we do, Mr. Tapscott. We've got a bro date. Okay. Oh, yeah. And how is he doing? Oh, yeah. Also, how old are you? Hi, Steve. I'm not gay, though. Go Ravens. Not you, PX. I think so. Oh, no. Go Patriots. Oh, Patriots. Oh, no. Jinxed. It's like, man. When this is over, we're going to the fucking Super Bowl. We go to the Super Bowl. Fucking biggest cigars, like, yeah. Corporate box, fuck yeah. Yeah, bang, yeah. Yeah. You're not you, Bill Burr. No, straight up, both of us. Straight, not you, Bill Burr. No. Not you, Bill Burr. No. All of us. Bill Burr? No. Not you, Bill Burr. You're watching No Pictures of the Murder podcast by Mr. Tapscott. I'm Mr. Tapscott.